we need to make a decision about where we want our dwarves to sleep. Oops, D for dig. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna put. I'll build a grand dining room up here. So I want to dig into this area. And I'll have this branch off. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. And then we will have this go. Some people like to build their rooms kind of tiny. I think it's like a 2 by 3 spacing, but I'm not really into that. So let's go. Yeah, let's go 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 3. I kind of build mine in a honeycomb fashion, if you'll notice. So then we want that. 3. 1, 2, 3. Entrances. There. So that's what, 8? So that'll be the starting of our dormitories. Alright. You guys are gonna have to sit tight because my beer's pretty much out. I'll finish this on my walk and I'm gonna go grab another beer. Alright, is my fortress on fire? Oh, good. Well, that's not much fun. Okay. What's cool is, so there's kind of a weird thing that happens, and I really hope that I don't have to deal with this later, is, excuse me, when you dig down into caverns, which I know technically we're set as a cavern, because if you know, go like this. Yeah, see, we're a cavern floor. We'll see. Anyways, what I'm getting at is later on you dig down, you'll find underground caves and caverns and stuff. Sometimes they can have whole like rivers and lakes and stuff in there. And once you puncture those, sometimes it's kind of weird. Fungus. A lot of times they'll have like these giant mushroom like trees and stuff like that. And there's like fungus that grows on the ground and weird like grass. It's kind of hard to explain, but it'll spread into the rest of your area, so you have fungus and stuff on the ground in your own fortress. So that's kind of annoying. What is this? Ah, god damn it! Tree roots? Really? All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. We found some more tree roots up here, so that is kind of a pain in the ass that trees are annoying. I mean, I am a dwarf, so it makes sense. Oh, that looks better. I'll have to have somebody smooth that out. Maybe that'll make it look better. Okay, so we need at least, what, 8 more doors? So, A, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now later on, I will be able to add a manager, which I probably could do right now, but I'm not really... want to deal with it at the moment. You can make a manager and you can then just tell the manager to tell the dwarves to make a certain number. So I can literally tell the manager, hey, I want 15 dwarves made, and the manager will then go and make sure that that's being handled. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here. We do have access to some stone, so let me see if I can make some tables and some chairs. Let's go 2 tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a good number. Then we want some chairs. I think they're called thrones. Let me make sure there's not another type. So there's a throne. So they are called thrones. So let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. I'll have to make the other 2 in a little bit. So let's dig this out a little bit. We're gonna try to follow this this vein of gems here. That is unfortunate. Well, there's one thing that I like to do that I will not be able to do, at least in the current state of things. And that is when you dig into stone, when you actually get into like the stone part of the ground, you can then smooth it and engrave it and do stuff like that. And we currently are not on a level that we can do that. This is all peat, and I guess you cannot mess with that, so oops. Still getting used to this whole interacting with the mouse thing. That wasn't in there when I used to play either, so. Anyways, I should have a couple beds, so I'm going to go ahead and put those together. B for bed. I actually changed my mind. I'm going to put them in the center of the room rather than the corner. At least this way, I'm going to get these beds put in there, and at least this way now they don't have to sleep in the goddamn dirt, because I mean, some dwarves like that, but most dwarves actually like to sleep on some sort of bed. I know it's a wooden bed, but, you know, bear with me here. We also need some more doors. 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. So how far do we go down before we, what is this? Red sand wall. Okay, we can't dig into sand. Loom wall, chalk. We have to go down, so 1, 2, 3 levels if we want to be able to smooth out our stone. I prefer to build on the same level, simply for the fact that way you guys can see what's going on. If I have to go back and forth between multiple levels, it's going to be a pain in the ass. So, what's that? Furrowed peat? Huh. Yeah, that must be some sport. So, it must be a food, I guess. I mean, they're carrying it into the food stockpiles. Interesting. Alright, buddy, I need at least one more bed, so... one more bed. And you need to add a throne, which was what, C? So 1, 2, and that should have enough spots for our dwarves to sit. Speaking of which... That is really unfortunate that we don't have stone. I mean, it does help us with food, but the fact that we can't smooth the stone and stuff, it'll make it so later on there's an issue where the dwarves become unhappy because, you know, they live in a freaking hole in the ground instead of like a dwarven fortress made of stone and, you know, with engravings and stuff. So what will happen is, what I'm getting at is, if I make my dining room up here, I won't be able to engrave or do anything special that way, and it might piss off my dwarves. So, oh, you know what? One thing I almost forgot. I need to go Q. I need to remove this. I need to break down my cart because all my dwarves and everything are just chilling up there, and that's not good. I want them down inside the fortress. So. Well, you know what? You guys are just gonna have to deal with this. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to dig down into the stone. It'll suck because I have to go back and forth for everybody to be able to see everything. But, you know, that's just how it is. So dig. We're going to go J for down. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to go... Oops. Down a level. We're going to go upstairs, downstairs. And this should put us in the chalk. Yep. And from here... Now, the reason why I didn't use this stairway that I've already done is because this is going to go down into my mine shaft. And it just gets dangerous. So let's branch out here a little bit. I'm just kind of going to mine out in general, general directions. I'm trying to hit various... veins of ore or gems just to see if I hit anything and then try to follow them. Now there's a way to cheat, but I don't like doing that. I know how to do it now that I've watched some videos, but I'm not really into it. So let's go back up. Okay. So now go ahead and build this up a little bit. Think that's big enough? Let's see if we put... Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to have to put a layer of tables so it's like that's 3 layers deep. That'll look kind of weird, but what are you going to do? I'm just going to rebuild this whole thing. Boom. Now, obviously, it's not going to be that big. So we got 1, 2 spaces. So we got what? We'll put a chair, a table, a chair. And a chair, a table, a chair. Yeah, that should be center. 1, 2, 7, 8, 10. Yep, this should work just fine. Okay. That. I'm actually going to get rid of this little lip here. And I'll save some of it so we remember to do it. Get rid of that. I want to make our dining hall big enough that it'll accommodate all of our doors. I know we don't have very many doors right now, but trust me, later on it's going to be fucking insane. While I'm up here, I'm going to do some more gathered plants. There we go. I wish there was a place that we could safely fish, because fishing would be awesome. I need to build that damn bridge, is what I need to do. Once we get our first wave of migrants, things will get a little easier, because right now we have only a few people running a whole fortress. So once we get a wave of migrants, we'll have more people coming in, we'll expand, be able to get things done a little faster. it's running. I need to look up something real quick. Need to look up the set nobles. Sweet. Now we should be able to smooth this rock out if I remember. If not, I'm gonna be pissed. But you know, whatever. N is for nobles, so let's see. My buddy Alex, aka Arrogance, is our expedition leader. That's probably a good idea. We could always set a manager. Well, Chief Medical Dwarf needs to be Isfarel. Let's see, Bookkeeper. Does anybody have any relevant skills? Manager, anybody have any relevant skills? No? Anyone? Anyone? Alright, I'm just gonna go like this, and yeah. Okay, I guess I am the manager. Cool, I guess. Not quite sure if that's a good idea or not. Now, the problem with managers is that they require shit. So I set the Chief Medical Dwarf because, if I remember right, if you do that early on, he still gets experience even if he's not helping people. I can't remember, something like that. The manager, however, I should be able to go in now and go like this. Manager. And you remember how to get into it, so. So it should be N. M for manager, is it? Maybe not. Oh well, I'll let that run. There's a way that you could set it so you literally go click click and you click two buttons and it brings up your manager thing, so. So it's under JM. Okay, so J, M, no, U, M.
Ugh, more migrants.
Hey, you got migrants. Cool. That might not be good. Shit. Where are they coming out at? Where the hell are they coming? Okay. Resume. Not quite sure where they are coming from. Whoa. That's bad. Okay, designate. What are these? Oh, I gotta check out what this is. Dense marsh thistle. Okay, so we have a fucking marsh of thistle to the north, to the northwest. So that's kind of good. I think that'll impede our enemies. It probably hurts to walk through that, I'm assuming. Alright, Alright, well, let's just let this run. I don't know where our migrants are coming from, but we do have a... Oh, there's one. Is that it? No? Maybe not? Anyway. That one? Oh, here we go. There we go. They're coming down from the north. They'll come streaming up here in a second. And one of them's carrying something. Alright, who are you, my friend? Wax worker. Oh, that's super helpful. Fucking bum. I'm just kidding. All are welcome for now. Issue that I'm gonna have is... Okay, I just figured out that I'm able to set manager queues, which is what I was looking for, but he needs a room. So, and that's a little... B for bed. Let's get this last bed in here real quick. Oh, come on now. B for bed. Now, what I'll probably do is for the nobles, I'm going to have to dig down here. Oops, I went up again. Down here. Now, it's taking them longer to dig this out because it's stone, so they're not just kind of like digging out dirt, which would be a lot easier. They're actually picking, or they're using a pick to get through the stone, so that's why it takes so goddamn long. I'll have to wait for this to get cleared out, and then I'll make this my meeting area. Oops, my caps lock I think is on. No? No? Maybe not. We want their stone door. Is there no stone door? Really? I don't need an iron door. Nickel, bronze, platinum, lead. Rock. Oh, okay, it's not under stone. Okay. Yeah, you know, I prefer stone doors. I don't know if they're stronger, but let's just go ahead and set up a queue. We're gonna go 10. Let's set up a wooden bed. No. Okay. Construct bed. Go 10 beds. And construct bin. Whoa. I don't know why there needs to be that many bins. So, wooden bin, we'll go 10. I have a thing about bins, trust me, they help in the long run. Speaking of which, I don't know what this guy could do. Make cheese, milk, animals, spin thread. Anyways, craft store, add. Let's go ahead and we'll make mugs. Boom. So let's go ahead. Oh, we'll get rid of this. So cancel current task. So rock mug. All right. U for manager. Boom. UM for manager. So we want Q rock mug. We want. Let's do 50. The reason for this is later on we're going to have a trade depot here, and that will be helpful in the way of we'll have something to sell them. We'll sell them mugs. Oh, speaking of which, I need to make a trading station, which I intend to do. So in this space down here, this little space down right here, I'm probably going to make the trade station. Hopefully, if I remember right, it has to be a 3x3 for the cart to fit through. I really hope that's true. The only unfortunate part is that damn door. What we'll probably end up doing, we'll break down, like when they show up, we'll break down that wall real quick so that they can actually get in here. We'll probably have to replace this with a gate. You can actually make a gate that that slides down or in and out, or that goes up and down, so on and so forth. So we'll probably replace that. That way we can just draw up the gate, close up our fortress, be good. Let me minimize this. I don't need to cover my whole damn screen. Okay. Let's go. B for build. I think it's called a trade depot. Trade depot, capital D. dig this out a little further. So what 5? So D for dig. D for dig. I think let's do 1, 4, 5. And I'll probably have a hallway that goes down this way. I know there's water there, but let's go take a look at our area. Holy cow. Yup. That's a lot of stone. But we can start building our kitchen area. Or our dining hall. I keep calling it kitchen for some reason. So let's see. Dining hall. Table. So T for table. So this would be a chair, table, okay, so yeah, we want 2 layers of tables. So that'd be a chair, so table. Where's table at? This will be faster if I could do it this way. Right now we only have 6 tables, but you know, whatever. And then there's, I think a chair and a throne are technically, yeah, they're a seat. So let's go. Now, we'll have to wait, but they should bring in all the tables, and then from there I should be able to set this as a room. And we'll be good from there. There we go. Hey, all right. So, I mean, it's rudimentary right now, but at least we have a couple of tables and some chairs. So let's go. If I remember right, you can make. Okay, so I'm gonna hit Q. I'm gonna go up to a table, and it says make dining room. So I'm gonna hit R, and I'm gonna hit plus to make this bigger. Which, unfortunately, without doors here, it's gonna make this whole room all wonky. So back out of here. See if I can do this. Yeah. Let's build a wall. Control C. Oops. Want to build a wall. We want it out of, I think it's chalk. Pretty sure we're on a chalk level, right? Q. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm going to build that wall, and then we'll build a couple doors. Boom! Okay, so now we're going to go B for build, D for door, and well, that's unfortunate. We'll put wood doors here for now, but that's not a big deal. So once we put these doors on, it'll actually be a room officially, and it'll be easier to set this. So we're going to Q. We got to go back up to a table. R to make a dining room. We're going to plus this up. And see now how it's like all within that room instead of spreading out into the hallway. So I'm going to get enter. And meeting hall. H. Yes. Okay, so now this is a meeting hall. Now what that means is it's kind of a point of interest for all of our dwarves, so the dwarves will gather here on a regular basis. Instead of, I think they've been gathering outside, which is kind of annoying. So yeah. I don't know if they can use that thistle for anything. What the hell is that? Is that a turtle? You little bastard. It's a little piglet! It's a little piglet! Maybe we'll get another one. Maybe we'll get 2 piglets and we'll be able to actually make a like a butchery type thing going on there and have a pig farm. That'd be kind of nice. Construct beds has been completed. Alright, we're gonna have to start working on advancing our dormitory up here. Alright, so next we're probably going to need to start smoothing out the stone and making more tables and chairs. It's going to take a lot, but it's not that big a deal. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. I'll jump right back in and we'll start working on our newly formed dining room. And then maybe we'll go from there. I'm thinking we should probably get our military set up a little bit, even if it's only got a couple doors. Having a military right off the bat is pretty important. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. Definitely, you know, subscribe, hit that like button, and so on and so forth. Please leave comments. I really dig it. I like the feedback. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this. I'll keep going. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.